What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Zach. We got another episode of The Journey coming to you today. In today's episode, we are going to look at the season review, and then we're going to go through the summer transfer window, getting prepared for League One, and then we will kick off the season with a match. Probably Carabao Cup match? I don't know what starts first. Doesn't matter. We'll see a match today. Before we get too far into it, we did finish out the season on 94 points. We played our last match against Bromley, rotated side. We got demolished. And I think that gave Bromley the chance to get into the playoffs. They got promoted. So, you're welcome. But let's get into the season review. We'll smash through this real quickly. A nice little trophy at the bottom of the screen there. I'm glad it's continuing. That's exactly what I wanted it to do. Season review. Matty Brady, signing of the season. I would agree. He has been absolutely incredible for us. Didn't expect him to be that good for us. I definitely brought him in as a backup goalie. Turns out he's incredible. Manashi Shuma and Tom Wilson-Brown also in the conversation. Jack Curry did his job. Sedano, I think he will continue to be better. He is young. Again, kind of brought him in for the same reason I brought in Matty Brady as a backup player. Logan Briggs had, he was on a 6.2. He had 8 goals, 4 assists. Not quite the player I wanted him to be, but he did his job. Samfield Brandon Lee as well. That is the table. We finished 3 points clear of Cheltenham. We had a really good season. I don't think we had any business being this good. A little bit of hiccuping at the end made it a little bit tighter than I would want. But we got the win. So that's good. FA Cup knocked out in the third round by Liverpool. We were never going to beat Liverpool. We gave them a good run. We had a really good game. Came down to just that one goal toward the end of the match. Hopefully next season we can play a little bit better. Hopefully we don't get Liverpool in the third round. Carabao Cup knocked out in the first round by Birmingham. Not exactly what you want. But the board gave us a B-, so we'll take it. Bristol Street Motors Trophy, we could have done better. I don't care about the Bristol Street Motors Trophy. Simple as that. Moments to remember, 6-0 win against Middlesbrough's under-21s in the Bristol Street Motors Trophy. The match to remember was the 4-1 win against Colchester. Not sure why, but hey. And then Aaron Henry's goal is the goal of the season against South Shields. So let's check that one out real quick. If it loads. There we go. Yeah, he had quite a few of those throughout the season, and hopefully he can bang in some more next season. Finances, I don't know why all of these are showing up as NA, but they're up. £73,000 worth of total merchandise sales. Non-domestic sales amounting to £0, and apparently no kits sold. Unfortunate. Go-to starting 11, Matty Brady in goal, Joey Footy, Manashi Shuma, Tom Wilson, Brown, Jack Curry, and then Aaron Henry, Dean Campbell, that's, Blockley, Briggs, Jones, Adeyemo. That is pretty much our starting 11. Most assists in the season, 12, 21 shutouts by Matty Brady. 11 player of the matches for Aaron Henry. Who scored most goals? 18 goals for Toby Adeyemo this season. Competition, player of the season for the National League. Broken game. History in the making. Your hard work and effort paid off on the pitch, and such a great feat didn't go unrewarded at our end of season awards ceremony. A remarkable season for Barrow, started superbly and never let up. They are deservedly going up. Thank you, Carlin. Cute little trophy. Head coach timeline. Things. Cool. Awesome. So that is that. Right. We have about £20,000 to play with in the payroll budget. $70,000 in the transfer budget. If we move all that transfer into payroll, we can go up to £65,000. Awesome. What did... So if we go to... Well, let's look at League 2 first and see how much we were spending in comparison to other clubs in the league. Scroll down to salary per year. We were 9th with £2.1 million spent over the year on wages. Sure. No, that's a number. We were 9th highest. And we managed to move up into League 1. Let's take a look at League 1, where that puts us. Where I don't remember what we had. 2.1. Bottom. Awesome. We are going to spend a little bit more, but we're still going to be pretty low. If we max out at £65,000 a week times 52 weeks, that is 3.38. So that would put us 20th, 19th, 20th. So we're going to be on the low end for sure. Honestly, there's a chance we get sent down again. If that happens, that would make the story a little bit more interesting. But let's look at this here. Contracts being expiring. I've already gone through and offered a few out to some players that I wanted to hold on to. The rest of them, Dean Campbell is the tricky one. He is earning £4,000 a week. If we sign him on another contract, he'll probably want a pay rise, which means Aaron Henry is also going to be getting a pay rise. Not sure I want to do that quite yet. Toby Adeyemo was our highest goal scorer. £1,700 a week. If he goes up to like £2,200 a week, I mean that's going to be a tough one as well. Joey Futi, I think, he's exploring his options at the end of the contract, so I'm not going to re-sign him. Ryan Barnett as well, he wants to leave, so we're going to let him go. Lewis Stewart, probably not going to make it. Josiah Linton, I mean, if he agrees to another squad player contract at or below £2,600 a week, then we can re-sign him. Jackson Blaze, Joseph Edwards, again, probably not gonna make the jump. Joseph Edwards, we could, I don't know. He's earning $875 a week. Pay increase maybe up to like $2,000. I don't know. Finland, we're gonna let go. Fedi Tashkaran, probably going to let go. So we do have a little bit of work to do there. We need to bring in a good handful of players. I think we ran a little too thin last season. I think I want to try to get two or three more players to sit on the reserves for us. Just because this was, once we started getting injuries, those weeks in November, December, January, it's Wednesday, Saturday. Fitness becomes a problem. Injuries start creeping up. We start to run really, really thin, and we had to make some odd decisions when it comes to starting lineups. So we want to avoid that next season as much as possible. I do tend to run a little thin on players. That's just how I work. But I want to try to change that. I don't know what the League One rules are for bench. I assume it's the same. Yeah, 7 named, 5 subs from 3 stoppages. So yeah, we do have a bit of work to do. Let's make a cut. We're gonna get through part of the summer transfer window, and then we'll come back periodically, maybe when interesting things start happening. We'll see you in a second. So I don't know if I showed this in the last episode or not. I jokingly applied for the Wrexham job because it's Wrexham. And the Ryan Reynolds has offered me a job interview. Now, before we get any ideas, they are getting relegated to League One. Okay, they are going to be in the same they're in the same league as us. So this would very much be a sideways move, but Ryan Reynolds could be my boss. Just saying. And it would give me an excuse to buy a Wrexham kit. So let's just get to the interview. Let's just see how it goes. Ryan, what's up, buddy? Glad I could meet the Deadpool. Your coaching experience lacks variety in our opinion. Can you tell me why you've only worked with a small selection of teams? Loyalty, Ryan. Loyalty. Why do you want to leave your current job after doing so much good work there? Because Ryan, I'm a big fan. Let's see, it's time to take the next step. I've taken them as far as I can. I've been seeking a new challenge. I believe I'm in the position to take positive momentum I've built up recently and use it to hit the ground running here. Some people might be inclined to say that you're taking something of a risk by leaving what has to be considered a safe job and looking to make the jump to an altogether bigger challenge. What was the thought process behind your decision? Honestly, Ryan, you. This is the whole meme is working for you. I've managed clubs this size before. There aren't many differences between the two teams. I'm keen to make my way up the coaching ladder, and this is a fantastic opportunity to do just that. Why have you felt it acceptable to apply for a number of jobs while employed by another team throughout your career? Look. How many movies have you applied to be a part of, Ryan? I'm sure Deadpool wasn't the only one you were trying to get at the time. Am I wrong? What other movies has he been in? He's been in, is it the Proposal? Was that the one with, what's her name? Was it Sandra Bullock? Is that who that is? I'm terrible with actors, by the way. I feel it's acceptable. It's my choice, and I stand by my decision. You have previously been embroiled in media controversies, citing your inability to command the support of your players. I wholeheartedly disagree. No problems with the locker room. Are you willing to assure us that you do a better job of maintaining a good locker room atmosphere? It's literally the exact same question. Positive locker room. We don't want a repeat of our last head coach, who we had to part company with earlier than expected. Are you going to be around for a while? Yeah. What sort of budget are you anticipating needing to put... What is going on outside? What are we doing? It's just crunching everywhere. It snowed yesterday, so it's all icy and gross. Anyway, what sort of budget are you anticipating needing to put together your coaching staff? I'll put that in your hands, Ryan. You obviously know a lot about the sport. Club's vision looks good. We aren't in a position to set any expectations. That's fine. Do you have anything for us to consider? No. Can I be in a movie? Damn it. Can I be in a movie, please? Can I be in the documentary? Anyway, I have been looking at the job center. I'm keeping an eye out. There is one that hasn't opened up yet that I am interested in. The Sunderland one is interesting. Swansea a little bit less interesting. Sunderland is interesting, but also... Where is it gone? Crystal Palace is the other one. He was apparently stable. They got relegated. Okay. Last I looked at this, he was insecure. So, I call shenanigans. But that's really the only one I'd be interested in. Sunderland is interesting for a couple of reasons. It's Sunderland. They do have a pink kit. Always love a good pink kit. But also, looking at their players, Alexander Mitrovic plays for them. That's all there is to say. He didn't like Saudi Arabia. Came back to England, played for Blackburn, playing for Sunderland. He's here for at least another season. That would be kind of cool. But I don't really care to apply for the job. I was banking on Crystal Palace. But I guess we get to stay here for a little bit longer. Anyway, another cut. See you in a moment. So it looks like I have a decision to make. What's my current salary? $1,800 a week. Wrexham are offering $1,700. But that budget, good God. And they want automatic promotion to the championship. Huh. I'm on tempting. Very tempting. We don't have to sign the contract now, right? Can we delay? Is that a thing we can do? We can delay. Do I want to delay? Realistically, right? We're going to be so low on the totem pole in League One. And we get to work for Deadpool. We get to work for Deadpool. Let's negotiate. 2.2? 1.9. We do 2.1? Meet me halfway. Make it an even 2. I mean, at this point, it is a pay rise. Right? We're moving to Wrexham. Back to Wales we go. In a move which is sure to spark plenty of heated debate, Zach Young has left Barrow to join divisional rivals Wrexham. Young lifted the Sky Bet League 2 with Barrow in April and will now be afforded the chance to enhance his reputation by bringing success to his new club. Questions will be raised as to why Young made the decision to take up a different job within the same division, but he will face pressure to bring immediate success to the racecourse. Given his former employers and previous standing. Nestor El Maestro was considered to be favorite for the job, but it is unclear whether the club favored Young all along. Barrow will now be looking for a new head coach. Wrexham are being relegated from the Sky Bet Championship after losing their last 3 games of the season. Stoke Ras. Okay, this is our, as in Arsenal, Arthur Okonkwo? Anybody? Josh Nichols sounds familiar. I'm going to try not to do the gegenpress, but defensively solid direct counterattacking is recipe for gegenpress. Press conference, no, I'm good. Thank you, though. I get to buy a new kit? Okay. Alright, tactics. I don't know. Create your own style. Let's not do a template. 4-3-3 with a DM. And then we can just get out of it. Alright. So is this the race course? I assume it is. Stock. I thought I was done learning Welsh. Joke's on me. Yeah, so we're in Wrexham now. Attend the meeting. Hello, everybody. Let's just get through all this. Set pieces, hybrid, near post defending, balance, near post attacking, balance, in-swinger. Thanks, Steven. Appreciate it. Get rid of all this crap. Yeah, so, do we have a schedule for next? No, we don't. I guess we get to, start messing around with the team. I'm gonna make a cut. I'm gonna try to put together a squad, see what we need. We have a lot of players. This is a whole lot of players. Who is Okonkwo was one. Yes, Arsenal, Arthur Okonkwo. And then there was that other one. There's another one that looked familiar. Nichols. Bromley and Wrexham. I mean, he is Arsenal, but I don't think that's where I know him from. David. You have a player named David. God, we have so much money to play with. How much? What are we looking at here? Oh, we're over budget. Oh my God. There we go. Problem solved. Well, I was not expecting to be at a new club so quickly. I definitely applied for this kind of as a meme. And then, here we are. Oops. Let's make a cut. Put together a team, see what we need. We'll see you in a second. Alright, it is the day before our first match in the league. We will be playing Charlton at home. It's been a very, very busy window. A lot has happened, and including, I guess, the back end here. So, let's talk about players we brought in, and then we'll talk about outgoing transfers. First signing, Antonio Sedano from Barrow. I got a scout on him and came back as 2-star current, 4-star potential. I like that. I did also scout, oh God, what's his name? Matty Brady and Manashi Shuma and Aaron Henry. All 4 of those I got a scouting report on. Antonio Sedano was really the only one that interested me. So we brought him in, and then he is back out on loan to Barrow. So, good stuff there. Next up, Richard Tipple. I brought in as a younger center back. We just needed numbers on the bench, and he is going to fulfill that. He has been getting offers by a handful of teams on loan. I've declined all of them. I just want to keep him around the squad. I think I have him available for U21 matches ongoing, so he'll get some playing time. Next up, on a free, Jimmy Kelly. He's going to be a right back or a left back. I think I have him playing on the right now. Brought him in as a fringe player. 4-star potential ability. He's a youngster. He'll get better over time. Next up, Kane German. We're going to go with that. We brought him in on a free as an emergency backup in central midfield. I was trying to build a 4-2-4, but transfers we'll talk about later kind of warped that into a 4-2-3-1, one that is very familiar. I did not use like the template gegenpress. I'm going to try to build my own kind of formation. I realized that just using the template, a little bit overpowered, and I'm going to try to stay away from that. but we brought him in on a free transfer. Next up, Tony Milovic. 20-year-old American. I don't think this was my signing. I think this was a general manager signing. Brought him in from the Atlanta United Academy. He does have some decent potential. He's got some decent numbers. He's hanging out in the U21s right now. Same thing with Edgar Ruiz, hanging out in the U21s, another American. Brought him in from Salt City Soccer Club and the Philadelphia Union Academy. A little bit of potential, nothing I was too worried about. This guy right here, next up, Amari Kellerman, £3.9 million transfer from Sunderland. He is our new striker. Honestly, looks pretty decent. A couple of these are going to go up to 16 if he continues to improve. He's 25, so he should still have a couple of years to improve. Currently, he's worth about £9 million. Contracted to £28,000 a week. It's a lot, I know. But he looks pretty decent. Never really got into a team in the Championship or the Premier League. A couple of seasons in the Championship with Bolton and Portsmouth, both of which not really banging in goals. So hopefully he can come down to League One and put in a shift for us. Then we have Ezekiel Zeballos, who is going to be an absolute superstar. Brought him in on a free, I believe. Yeah, we did bring him in on a free. He's worth about £10 million now. Got an email saying that he is one of the favorites to get Player of the Year in League One. So he's going to be fantastic. Really looking forward to him playing. Sergio Zabala is a center back who we brought in basically as a backup. I know we agreed as an important player, but his star rating wasn't that fantastic. But upon looking at these numbers, hopefully he'll be pretty decent. Then we have Hayden Amos coming in as a fringe player just to fill some space. He can play defensive mid. He can play right back. Brought him in just as that kind of rotation player that he'll get some playing time every once in a while. Nothing too crazy. And then Luke Haywood is another U21 player that I had nothing to do with. Now over to the outbound transfers. We made close to £15 million. Antonio Sedano back on loan at Barrow. Then Gerwin Strong, he's a youngster. Sent him out on loan to Boston United. This Enzo Monti transfer, I believe, was in place before I accepted the job at Wrexham. So he is at Tigre. He went for £7.5 million. Daniel Priest, youngster, out on loan. Christian Spendy was our striker. He was getting grumpy. He wanted out. So we let him go. Agreed a fee of £4.6 million with Norwich. I believe that was his release clause. So I didn't have much of a choice. He's left. Not a big deal. Alan Rudonia was our right back. I wasn't really sold on him, so we let him go to St. Pauli for £2.2 million. We ended up making a profit on him as well. So you love to see that. Leon Archibald, youngster, out on loan. Just going to free up a little bit of wages for us. Ainsley Piers was our backup goalie. He is older. Not going to be our first choice anytime soon, so we let him go for, what was it, £40,000. Kevin Paez was already here. He had a work permit that lapsed and he couldn't get another work permit, so we sent him out on loan to that club in Belgium, Zolt Waregem. Those are kind of cool kits. Fair enough. So, not really sure what we're going to do with him. And then, kind of the big one, Ben Cabango was our one of our main center backs. He's got really good numbers. Was getting grumpy. So we let him go for £400,000, which is why Zabala is probably going to end up being our starting center back from here on out. James Ellis, young goalie. He's out on loan along with Andy Fordyce, midfielder, youngster. Not going to get in the team anytime soon. Send him out on loan, get him some playing time. Hopefully he can come back a much better player. So that's that. Let's look at the tactic. Standard FM24 4-2-3-1 with the 2 defensive midfielders. This time it's custom. I didn't use a template. But higher tempo, counter press, and counter. And then high defensive lines, trigger the press a little bit more often, is basically a gegenpress. So hopefully this is going to lead us to automatic promotion. Speaking of which, if we look at the season preview, we are title favorites. Ezekiel Zeballos and Arthur Okonkwo, top 2 players in the league. Zeballos, honestly, I don't know. He can play either side. Probably won't play him as a striker. But we had to sign him on a free. Easy. And he is getting paid £30,000 a week. Fine with me. Money situation, we're in good shape. We got £7 million in the transfer budget to play with. We're £50,000 under payroll budget. We're looking good. If you look here, our defense is lacking. That's our weak point. I have been trying to bring in some loanees. Nothing really out there. I did have somebody here on trial that I was interested in. If I can find him again. Left back, Leo Borges. He looks good. Would love to bring him in. He doesn't qualify for a work permit, and we've already used both of our ESC slots. Not really know full legalese of the ESC slots, but basically, if you don't qualify for a work permit, you can use this ESC slot. You get 2 ESC slots, and once you use them, you can't use any more. Simple as that. So I did try to bring him in, but he wasn't going to qualify for the permit. We didn't have ESC slots, so I just kind of left that there. And then there really isn't much out there when it comes to defense. Again, Lewis Lawler probably could come in from Crystal Palace. Not sure how much better he is than our right back in Warner. Is he really our best right back? Yep. Compare with Warner, please. Jaden Warner. I mean, he is decently better. I'll have you as inverted wing back on support. Passing. But man, technique is good. Teamwork vision. What's like dribbling looking like? Better at dribbling. I mean, he might be worth. I don't know if he's worth £5 million. But we have something to work with, I think. So yeah, I don't know. Brooke Norton-Cuffy. Why do I know that name? Arsenal, that's why. This is actually an interesting one. I didn't see this until now. If I compare you with Warner again. Yeah. Inverted wing back on support. Marking and passing, Warner has him. He's not that much better, is he? He'd be better as a proper wingback, I think. Yeah. He is underbid from Queen's Park. A couple of guys looking at him. I mean, even as just a good backup option. What does he want? 13,000 pounds a week? French player? Yeah. Crank that down. $16,500? 19. All right. We might be bringing in Brooke Norton-Cuffy. All right. Let's get to the Charlton match. That's what we're actually here to see. Whatever, financial fair play, C+, we're good. Whatever. Okay. Charlton Athletic. So, we are expected top of the table. We're expected to be promoted. If it does seem like we're just cruising through these matches, I'm just going to skip through quite a bit of this season. We'll probably do what we usually do, just come back for the cup matches when they're relevant. That was the draw for the irrelevant trophy. I have zero care for that trophy whatsoever. We're in the FA Cup, we're in the Carabao Cup, and then the Bristol Street Motors Trophy as well. So, let's get to the match. We are at home. Hopefully, this isn't an issue. And we can, you're on loan, you can go to the U21s. Hopefully we can get a result here. In goal, we have Arthur Okonkwo. Back four of Jaden Warner, Sergio Zabala, Rob Wood. Oh, this is a last name. Kornienko. Victor Kornienko. Okay. Is it Lewis Bate? It's probably Lewis Bate. Lewis Bate and David Oza. David Oza has been getting a lot of transfer requests coming in to us. I don't have any desire to let him go. He's going to be in our starting 11. So we're going to keep him for now. Then we have Ed Hewison, David, Ezekiel Zabayos supporting, what is your first name? Amari Kellerman up front. For the first time as head coach of Wrexham AFC. Let's get to the match. Teams are warming up. Look at those. Look at how red the kits are. Anybody? Callum Tripp. That name sounds familiar. This is a match we should be winning. Make sure we do. Come on, boys. Wrexham in red, Charlton in black. I did have a look at the Wrexham web store. Home kits sold out. Go figure. Away kits are in stock. Their away kits are the white with the green kind of vertical stripe on the front, which looks really cool. Their away kits are black. Probably not going to get the third kit. Don't have any desire for another black kit. So I'll probably end up getting the away kit. Or if they come out with a cool one-off kit, I doubt they would, but Kornienko to Zeballos. His ball is cleared. Wood has a mohawk. Love a player with a mohawk. Hewison on the right. Slides it across goal. Sinisalo, first one to it. Picks it up. Boots it up the field. Okonkwo with a really good save. It's going to be an out-swinging corner. Away. Perfect. 10 minutes in. We are on the back foot for sure. We are starting to get possession, so we like that. We like possession. Possession is good. Can offer some encouragement. Bunch of goals happening in other matches. Not many highlights happening. That makes commentary kind of difficult. Here we go. Corner. Kornienko with the corner. Going to step up. Left-footed in swinger. It is cleared to Bates. Back to Kornienko. Zeballos. Ozo brings it down. Out on the left. Brings it back to Wood. Good ball. Ref? Nothing given. Zeballos standing over this one. It's an in-swinger going to the near post. Ozo back to Zeballos. David. Going to the middle of the box this time. Ozo, his header. It is saved by Sinisalo. Zeballos. Oi, son. David scores his first goal of the season. Assisted by Hewison, I believe. That was an odd one. Really good free kick. Hewison goes to the byline, slides it across for David. He scores near post. Wrexham 1, Charlton 0. We should be going into halftime. The leaders. That was a weird... Anyway. There we go. Rob Wood scores his first. 2-0. Yeah, if we do this to every team, we're going to just breeze through. Maybe possible offside? Nah, he was on. We take those. Three minutes of stoppage time. Ozo. Up to Hewison. He's in the box. He takes the shots. Good save from Sinisalo. And it's out for a corner. Near post. Brought down. Halftime, Wrexham 2, Charlton 0. We've held them to 1 shot. Keep it up, boys. So I do have a little bit of a problem with Arthur Nkonkwo, our goalie. He wants out, and a couple of other players have stepped up to say, hey, you should let him go. My issue with that, and this is a game problem, the way it's coded. I assume Arthur Nkonkwo requested a transfer or was promised that he would leave by the previous manager. I never made such promise. He's never handed in a transfer request. I know he wants to leave. I'm not going to offer him out to clubs. He's a good player. If he does hand in a transfer request, then I'll let him go. But that hasn't happened. So we might lose a Nkonkwo before the end of the window. I doubt I'll be able to keep him. It'll probably have to be a decent pay rise to keep him. I'll hit him with the, hey, what can I do to keep you here? We'll see. We'll see what happens. 60th minute, let's make our first round of changes. Let's take Victor Kornienko off for Ryan Griffiths. And we can take off Jaden Warner for Jimmy Kelly. Oh my god. Jimmy Kelly. That's his name. Let's confirm that change. We are 2-0 up. I think we should be fine to cruise to victory here. I mean, come on. '75th minute. Nkonkwo with the goal kick. Puts it way up the field. Solon to Mills. Good tackle from Ozo. It's kept in play. Taylor with the ball. Gives it to Adcock. Edwards. Over the top looking for Mills. He brings it down. It's a good first touch. Takes the shot. Nkonkwo with the save. Corner kick for Charlton. Wood wins the header. Adcock out to Vale. Mills, his shot. Saved once again. It's out for another corner. Floors. Good tackle, Kellyman. Floors. Forced all the way back. Unlucky. Get away with it. We'll take it. 79th minute. We can take off David Ozo for Kaishu Sano. I believe is Japanese. He is. He is a left back by trade, but can play as a defensive midfielder. I guess we'll take David off as well. We can bring on Travis Patterson, I guess. Or Finley Welch. Finley Welch it is. 10 minutes left to play. We should be good for the 3 points. Hewison to Welch. Good touch. Get past his man. Takes the shot early. Forces a save. It wasn't going to go in anyway, but we get a corner out of it. Kellyman standing over it. And that is that. We get a free kick here. Hewison plays it to Wood. His shot is off the post. He was in an offside position when the pass was played to him, so we give up the ball. let's take off Ezekiel Ceballos. We'll bring on Travis Patterson. There. That'll do it for our substitutions. Ceballos to Kellyman. He was offside. Seven minutes of added time. Good Lord. Just a few more seconds. Vale. Over to Edwards. Dobson. Shirley. He's got a runner beside him. Doesn't play it to him. Keeps it for himself. Tripp wins the header. Goal kick. That should be the last effort of the match. There it is. Full time. Wrexham 2. Charlton 0. Good start to our Wrexham campaign in League One. Nice work, everyone. That was good. We'll take it. We will take it. Guess the biggest thing is when do we come back? I guess. Kind of depends on the next few matches, I think. Yeah, we'll play Bromley. We'll play Bromley and Bolton. And then see if we can't get through a handful of matches. I don't know if either of these are really interesting. Blackpool are in League One. Wigan, League One. Man City U21s, obviously U21s. So, I don't know. We'll see. Next episode, we'll definitely come back for Bromley, Bolton. That's all that really matters. But that's where we're going to end it here today. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. All those fun things. And as always, we'll see you later.